with the VA because I was trying to fire, and I've been living that fire every night. That it brought me to the point that I didn't have a will to live because of what I was going through. And the nightmares and the discomfort that almost took me out. And right now, the VA keeps saying that they have no record of fire that took place at Camp Pendleton, which I was trapped in along with my whole part of my unit. And so I've been trying desperately to get that record. But when I go into emails, I have went to many sources to try to find that particular record. It's not existent. And so the only thing that I have to rely on is some of the soldiers, men and women that was there at that particular time, that I was able to get signed documentation from them that this incident did occur. But the VA keep denying me, saying that it did not occur because they don't have any type of record on it. And my reserve unit pretty much have dismantled, and it's just very few people that left available now. And so at this particular time, I hope that you guys could help me with this situation because I found a will to live, and I hope that you all can find a will to help me.
We definitely have Sir, we definitely have a will to help you. What I'd ask is, yours was actually the card I was going to grab next. We have some folks back there, and they could help right now if you'd like to go see them. Yeah, just thank you, George. There's a gentleman in the gray suit back there. He'll direct you back there.
Okay, so and then Pam, why don't you go ahead with some of your questions about enrollment eligibility? And I see you over there. We gotta get through some cards, Alfred. So let's get some of the cards out of the way.
Okay.
Yep.
Mine are pretty short. Okay, Mr. Holcomb also asked me a question about the kiosks. And we did additionally get 4 we just put out this week. I'm not sure of the locations, but if you have a specific place you would like to see one, if you want to see me, I'll make sure we can get one.
Yeah, directly outside this door. So if you come from Vision or you come from the back way of the canteen and you go out this door, there's no kiosk to check out for benefits. Equally, if you come early for an appointment.
Scott, why don't we get with you separate and have Pam meet with you so we can get through some more cards.
One outside this door.
Get your suggestions. Okay.
Mr. Nettles asked a question about dental care, and unfortunately, dental is a very limited eligibility, and there's only certain people that are eligible for dental. If you'd like me to go into it more, you can either see me afterwards, or you can contact our travel office at 5888, and they can give you the details of whether you're eligible or not. Okay, for Miss Mosteria Rosa, she asked about the cost center. Is Mr. Fisher elated? We are making improvements in the cost center. We're down to 9% abandonment rate. We're adding staff, and we have new measures that we're taking now to improve the cost center. So I think you're probably going to see some changes in the cost center. If you want to talk to me about specifics, I'll be happy to talk to you afterwards.
So Scott, we'll make sure that Pam gets with you to talk about those key. We'll do one more on chapter 31, a general overview, because I think there's probably a few people. Okay. Do you have a specific question? You want a general overview? Let me come. Come. How you doing?
Hi. My question is on chapter 31, the office that's housed here in the facility. Are you planning to staff it better?
Good question. Let me explain a little bit on that. I'll go back to what I said earlier. There is always a staffing and resource issue for us. We do have folks staffed in it, but one of the challenges that we have than our clients. For our folks to actually get some of the casework done, we have to also have specific office hours so that they can get some of that done. So are we staffed the way we would like it to be? No. But we're also in a specific space, and I believe, I don't know, Michael, how soon it might be transferring to new space, but as we see the possibility of having having more staffing may exist. But again, if we do that, then right now we are stuck with the the unfortunate decision of saying, all right, then we have to take from somewhere else. So we have to balance our resources as best we can to address the needs wherever they may be. We have a lot of vocational rehabilitation counselors throughout the LA area, which is kind of unique. A lot of places have their counselors all in one location. For us to be able to get out to our folks, we've been able to get some satellite offices. This is one of them. But once we have an office like that, it also does create a bit of a staffing issue because it's not going to have all the support elements that we would always like it to have.
Okay, so the truth is what I was being told, there's about 400 veterans to each counselor, because I've been waiting a year. I actually got processed, got an appointment, went through the orientation, and then I got an abrupt phone call and said, oh, your counselor's not here, it's canceled. And I said, when will I, get some service? And they said, we don't know, because we have 400 people assigned to each counselor.
I don't know that we're quite that high with it. That being said, I apologize that you had to have that kind of experience. What I'd like to do tonight is be able to, if you haven't had the opportunity to speak to George, really what you're saying illustrates kind of the challenge we have, and that's that the good thing is that there's a demand for the service. If there wasn't a demand for the service, then we need all the folks. But luckily, there's a lot. I shouldn't say luckily. I'm glad that we have dedicated folks trying to provide that service as much as possible. But it's an upward challenge right now because of the number of folks pursuing that benefit. And the only reason they're able to pursue that benefit is because they've previously been granted benefits. And that's one of, I would say, the success stories for us as well. We've completed a lot more claims over the last several years. A lot of the claims have resulted in grants. So it's kind of the good news, bad news as well. I appreciate your question, though, and we will work as best we can to remedy all those staffing issues, but it's an uphill challenge.
No, but I know that
Okay, got a couple here. One from Mr. Isaac Flores. Nice compliment for Dr. John being excellent. Appreciate that. And then also a comment about vendor needing to change from the same people, which I'm not quite sure I understand that one. Vendor needs to change from the same people. And that's Mr. Isaac Flores. Isaac, are you here? Mr. Flores? Okay, can you explain the last part? So you got to talk loud. I don't know if I can get that far back. All right, come on. Go ahead. Yeah. So you've been with us for about a year for care.
Oh, yes. And I noticed that at first there was a quite different vendors. And it seems like for the past 6 months, the same vendors, and I come here often.
Sure.
I'm sure a lot of you guys, I know they come that I always see. But the thing I'm talking about here, this is small guys that have been.
You're talking about the vendors that are out here in the back by the canteen. Okay, I got you.
Yes, yes, right here. And he has
Uh-huh. You thought he was a good vendor and you'd like to see him out there more often. Okay. He's talking about, so traditionally the way, if somebody wants to come and sell things to veterans through the canteen, they organize and kind of space to come and sell their items on our grounds. So we don't unless there's some egregious issue or action, a vendor can work out an arrangement to come be with us. So you're saying no, but...
But it seems like that particular vendor was not, he did want to come.
Okay, so we'll have to find out what the issue is, because normally, if they agree to terms and conditions and are okay to come here and vendor or retail sales, we allow that to happen. But there's something specific I don't know. What you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So, there was this.
Uh-huh.
And the wife didn't take guns away. There was two vendors here selling the exact same product. They had a spot here, a vendor in the back, same thing. And he had reported we're not going to have the same vendor selling the exact same thing.
Same day, same time. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. What's the vendor's name again?
So we're sitting here talking about vendors instead of healthcare.
Arizona Roadworks. Okay, so we'll try to find in the canteen what the issue was. Not sure what it is, but we'll see if we can't find out and see if there isn't a resolution for it. Who's a vendor you guys like to see? Okay, this may be something easy that we can take a look at and see if we can address. So, okay. Did you have more on your cards? Or you got one more? Okay, so we'll follow up on that. I appreciate you bringing that up because the vendor and it sounds like they were good.
Can I have a vendor question?
Well, we still got questions to get through, but Scott, no, because we already got 3 cards in the free. But we got more cards to get through, so I'm going to ask Dr. Alvarez to continue.
One last question that I'll field for the Chief of Staff's office, since I'm covering for the Chief of Staff tomorrow. I guess I get this one. It's about veterans issues in the ER from Mr. Looks like Mr. John Urez. I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly. Is there someone here who can explain the issues?
About 2 months ago, a veteran came in here, Iraq veteran. He has problems. He was at the ER from Friday night to Saturday morning. They sent him home because he had throat issues. They gave him the machine. They went home. His wife was going to give him the treatment, and everything that was in that packet was incorrect. She called me because I'm a VSO and I am servicing this gentleman. We came back that Sunday. We stood here for 9 hours. No one could tell us anything because I'd asked them the answer. My answer back to me was, "You're not coming in a gurney." I said, "He's a combat veteran. You gave him this yesterday, and he can't even take his treatment because there's nothing in it." We came back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There was a nurse on duty. She went to 4 floors to get this thing for this gentleman to take his medication. But as it went, 4 days without him with this medication for his throat. And no one could find anything to help this gentleman, but this one nurse did.
So if we spoke to you tonight, would you be able to track us back to that veteran and try to find out what happened?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I'm going to have Tina meet with you so that we know how to follow up on this issue
All right.
and see what happened and try to close the loop on that. So I know we got more hands raised. We got about 30 more minutes to go. I want to get through these cards and then we'll come back to more questions.
This is on the emergency room health care.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. You're going to get your time, but I'm going to follow up on the cards because people already filled those cards out. So let's get through some more of these and then we'll get to Q&A that's just free form without the cards. So I'm going to go to pharmacy. Pharmacy's a couple of questions that we want to address. Okay, thank you, Rich.
The next question, I'm going to leave it somewhat general, involves VA research. It's from Mitch Anderson. Mitchie Anderson or Mitch Anderson?
That's our guy right up front. Front row seating up there. You paid extra for that seat, didn't you? Okay.
So the VA does have a very, very robust research program. As a matter of fact, VA is a leader nationally in research we conduct each year, and specifically, much of the research is pertaining to veterans, obviously, because we have